Here's Miss Vaseline with your last day for math and science in round 2. Let's go over our expectations or assignments for math and science. It's to review the 3 pages of math and check and graph the weather in your science journal and then review your weather graph. So today's number is 94. Remember, you're going to put 94 in your head and count on. So the next number would be 94, 90. And then you would continue on the next 3 spots. Again, you're going to put 94 in your head and you're going to count backwards. So 94 is in your head and now you're thinking of the number that comes before it. So before 94 comes 93. And then you would continue on for the next 3 spots. Since your number of the day is 94, that's the number you're going to be locating in the box. Then you're going to practice subtraction using a strategy. So I'm noticing that it's giving you the space to work for the problems down below. So notice you're having 10 minus 3 and 15 minus 7. So practice using a different strategy. Maybe you'll use a number bond strategy or a number line, okay? Or even a make 10 strategy. So think about that, okay? Then on the next page, you have a story problem. All that space up above is for you to solve your story problem. And then on this page, it just wants you to come up with your own subtraction. So see if you can come up with at least 2, since you have 2 boxes, one at the top and one at the bottom, 2 subtraction problems on your own. So maybe you might want to say 10 minus 6, or you might want to say 16 minus 10, and then try to solve it, okay? You can either use 2 different problems and solve it, or use one problem and solve it 2 different ways. You decide. So now that I've just reviewed our math, I'm going to put a check there. And now we're going to move on to science. So I'm going to go to the science journal and I'm going to look at our weather. So I'm noticing that I don't know if you remember yesterday, that if I bring one day over to partly sunny, then that means I now have 10 and 1 more because I have 2 columns of 5. And I noticed that if I have that 10, actually, instead of bringing windy over, I should just really bring that extra sunny over onto partly sunny. That would probably make it easier, right, to see? So then I have 10 because I have a column of 5 and another column of 5. And then I know that, so that would make 10, and I know that another column of 5 for rainy would be 15, and 1 more would be 16. So I know that when I looked out my window, I noticed it was cloudy. So I'm going to add that for cloudy. So that would be 1 more for 17. So I'm noticing that my prediction was right and that there was more sunny days. Remember, yours may look different depending on what day you looked outside. So now you have that extra page in your science journal that you need to fill out now that your weather graph is finished. So you're going to look at how many days was it sunny or partly cloudy. So you're going to answer that. How many more days was it sunny than cloudy? How many days was it snowy or rainy? How many more days was it cloudy than rainy? And answer your weather graph. Now that I've checked their graph, I'm going to put a check, and I also reviewed the summary of the weather graph and put a check. If you've already finished your reading and writing packet for the day, then you are finished. Congratulations. If not, head over and watch the reading and writing. And then I will see you for round 3. Have a great weekend.